Hey guys, welcome back to another Morpheus video. Today I'm going to be showcasing the Stagger Threshold component and why it's going to change how combat works for our bush bandits. Basically, on each bush bandit, we have a Stagger Threshold component. Let me switch this to normal view so we can see it. And let's minimize some of these so that they're out of the way. Okay, so we have the Stagger Threshold component. And the Stagger Threshold component is dependent on the existence of a health component. Now, the Stagger Threshold exposes some values for customization. Basically, we have a boolean called reset timer on hit. I'll explain that in a bit. We have Stagger Threshold, which is basically the amount of health an entity can take before it's staggered. And then we have the damage period, which is the time period to calculate that damage. So let's say I'm hit, 5 damage is dealt to me, and then 2 seconds pass. Well, that 5 damage is now reset to 0, and I am not staggered. However, if I am dealt 20 damage within a 2-second time span, then I will become staggered. So let's actually look at this within an action. So both the red bandit and the blue bandit have the same Stagger Threshold values. So let's hit play and watch this happen. So when we hit play, the two bandits will start fighting each other because they detect each other as an enemy. And you'll see that they are smoothly hitting each other without staggering. Now let's actually see some of these values in action. So if we switch over to debug and scroll down, you can actually see some hidden variables that are being updated. Right here we have a damage in period value. This is how much damage was dealt to the bandit in the current time period. And then, of course, we have a current period variable, which tells us how long this time period has elapsed for. So basically, it's right underneath 1 second, so it hasn't reached its 2-second time period, and it is still able to calculate damage. So if we resume this, you can see before it hits 2 seconds, it is able to get up to 10 damage. And since it never exceeds 20, the bandit never staggers. Let's look at a more in-depth example here, or let's look at a different example. So if we spawn some more red bandits and position these guys around the blue bandit, he's actually going to get overwhelmed and he's going to be staggered. And when he's staggered, he actually can't deal damage to the red bandits. So the red bandits will overpower him, and they may come out unscratched. So let's hit play and see this in action now. Okay, and you can see they are now attacking the blue bandit, and you can see he's actually in a staggered pose. So this is what they look like when they're staggered. And I'm going to keep it paused because he's going to die really fast. But if we look here and unplay it, you can see that when he was staggered, it exceeded 20, and he's now playing this animation. So let's hit resume. You can see he's being staggered over and over. He's not able to get a shot off. So that's how the Stagger Threshold component works. And this is really great because what we're going to do with this is we're going to put this same component on carnos, our carnivorous flowers, and those guys are big, bulking AIs that take a lot of damage before they die. But if you have a group of bush bandits, they can overpower a single carno and kill it. Whereas if it's one bush bandit versus one carno, that carno is going to deal a lot of damage to that bush bandit, which is going to stagger him, and he's most likely going to die. So that was a demonstration of our Stagger Threshold component. If you'd like to see some more content, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll be posting videos every week on new content, development logs, and the sorts. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.